Hey, look, Dion, you came a long way, man. Listen, bump all this. John, you came a long way. You know, people don't even know your story. They don't know everything what made you to this point in life. Man, I had different type of dreams. I always used to tell myself I'm gonna be something in life. You know, but that went from want to be something to want to die to giving up, knowing I just put all my all in it. You know, want to just kill myself because I got tired of the pain. I got tired of suffering. I'm tired of losing everybody around me. I got tired of everything. But every night I talk to Jesus, every night. Even if I was sipping lean, even if I was smoking weed, on some real stuff. Reason why I started smoking weed because I was walking bridges, walking like 3 times a day. Like you see on the video, I was doing this with my pops long time ago, eating right, you know, and the doctors was still making up lies about why I can't lose weight, lying to my parents, you know, trying to blame it on what I eat, but showing them proof I'm eating what y'all told me to eat and y'all still saying the same thing. So we know something wasn't right. So me just being so active, I was active. I was an active kid. You know, my if my legs was never got messed up, got worse every year, I don't know whether I would still be active or not. But this the only reason. There ain't no excuse. Cause look what I'm doing now. By the grace of Jesus, by the grace of the Lord, I'm walking every day like I used to. A lot of people try to judge me, but don't even never read the book to understand how I got like this or who is John. You know, but I always put my all in something and give up on it. I started smoking weed because my homie, you know, he said that's how he lost his weight. He was smoking weed. So that what made me start smoking weed. That I realized that wasn't for me, gave it up. You know, a lot of people don't know. Like, I grew up with two parents, loving parents, but I ain't had family. I wasn't close to none of my family members. You know, I wasn't close to nobody for real. I was like a loner. I only had bros around me or my older brother, but we not close like that. It's genuine love, but everybody got their own life. But but growing up, that's all I had. I don't know how it feels to have family that care for you or love you, because I never experienced that. You know, a lot of my bros I trusted and had love for passed away. Got killed, got set up, or died. My best friend died in his sleep. That affected me a lot. It still affects me to this day. You know, you know, I'm just learning more and more about me. I always used to tell my parents they gonna bury me, they gonna lose me, cause every dream I was having, me dying. Me, something happened to me. Only time I was happy when I had dreams, and a lot of my dreams was me dying. I had death on me because every time somebody, don't like what I say, or they don't, you know, they so quick to say, I hope your fat ass die, hope you die. So that's all I used to get. You know, people don't know why I don't open up or don't let people close to me, because everybody I loved it is gone. So I be feeling like I'm cursed. Don't get me wrong. I'm not a saint. I'm not perfect. I had anger issues growing up because in elementary they used to try to bully me. So I had to stand up for myself, and teachers used to tell me I won't never be shit. I'm gonna end up in the cell in the grave. So imagine when I'm not at the crib, I don't feel love. I barely had genuine love from people because they look at me, they so quick to judge me instead of understand me. You know. So I was always been that person, never let people get too close to me because my homies got set up. My little bro suicide. It's so much. I used to feel like, damn, it's me. Why everybody close to me? Why when they not around me? That's when something happened to them. That's when they get killed. That's when they end up in a cell. But every time Jesus give me a sign to keep them around me, I try to save them. They ain't listen to me, and now they gone or locked up. I sometimes I still blame myself. It's not my fault. You know, it's just over and over. You know, I'm just blessed. You know, to get this far, come this far. Cause I never thought to see myself make it this far. You know, all these journeys I've been on, they're one of the best journeys. Cause I finally can say my happiness is not fake. When I smile, it's not fake. Me genuinely want to be there mentally, I really mean that. When I say no more sad days, I really mean that. It's just me as a person. People who want to have conversations with me, when they ask me, sometimes I gotta got that mindset. Because when I needed help, when I needed advice, people told me go ahead and kill myself. A lot of people left me on red. A lot of people said they ain't give a fuck. So when I get to this point where I got genuine love, it's just like I still feel like I'm alone. Because when I needed it, it was nobody around. A lot of people want to know about all the other stories, but they don't know what really come with it. Real talk. Watch what you pray for. Watch what you ask God for. If you know you're going to regret it, don't ask Him. Because I prayed for love. Because I got to the point in my life, damn, I just want somebody real, on my corner. And He did. But that blessing turned to a lesson. A lot of things. Don't get me wrong. I was calling, when you get in an argument, you say things you don't mean. That's what I was doing, but I always apologize. But I always got treated like shit. Imagine everybody you thought was a blessing in your life and they wasn't. You know, you rolled to the rails fall off, and people so quick to throw that in your face. Every chance they get, they try to throw it in your face. How you say you got love for somebody, but the person who say they got love for you so quick to bring you down, you know? You always can uplift others, but nobody can uplift you. They rather shit on you, bash you, talk down on you like you ain't human. All my life, I only had a few love from certain people, but genuine love, I didn't have that besides my mama or my father or my bros. So people don't know this is me. John who alone or just be to himself. And now I'm just trying to show the world how good Jesus is. Through the dark, through the ups and downs, through the sad days, through depression, through all that, Jesus gonna be with you. I'm telling you. And the ones that's in the dark, please don't give up. Please don't suicide. Please don't kill yourself. Even if you ask for help, please don't. Call on Jesus. I'm telling you. Trust yourself. Love yourself. Don't let them bring you down. Because when you in that dark, you feel alone, and all you think about is killing yourself. It's not worth it. It's not. It's not, man. Live your life. Just know you got a purpose in this world. Just know you got a lot of life ahead of you. Don't let what you're going through right now inflect your whole future, because you control your destiny. Don't worry about what you don't have. Just work with what you do have. Because trust me, it's not worth it to kill yourself. So please don't do it. Because I want to do it so many times. I want to kill myself over and over. I couldn't die for my mama after I begged Jesus that the whole night to take me instead of her. The girl I thought that was my everything got in a car accident, and I begged Jesus to take me instead of her. And when things got bad, right, she treated me like shit again. Didn't give a fuck that I wanted to kill myself. Ran to the net, spread lies about me. Yeah, I said certain things out of anger, but I never take it to the internet. And to this day, I won't never bash nobody who did me wrong or try to, put dirt on my name or try to make me seem like a bad person, because I had love for them. And, I just grew up. Don't treat people how they treat you. And I thank my parents, I thank Jesus for giving me that type of heart, because so many times I wanted to. So many times I want to get revenge. And so many times I want people to feel how I feel, but it's not worth it. I had to learn I got to leave a legacy. I got to keep their name alive. I can't do nothing if I'm in a cell. I can't do nothing if I'm dead, so I got to live for them. Till my time come. It's still more things Jesus want me to do on this earth. And, I got to do it. I got to keep going. I got to keep turning this promise in reality. And just know you can do the same. You got a story, tell it. You got anything you want to do, share it. Don't care what the world think of you. Look at me. Look at me. They talk about me. They say I'm big. They say, oh, that's why your legs swollen. All this. But, man, I was born disabled. I had certain surgeries that I ain't supposed to have by listening to doctors. I used to feel like I was cursed. I used to feel like I was a mistake all my life. I used to feel like I'm a mistake until I realized, bro, I got something to live for. I got a purpose. I'm one of Jesus' kids. I'm one of his sons. I gotta be on this earth for a reason. All of us got us a purpose, but we gotta find it. Don't throw your life away for something how you feeling at the moment. Just know you can be something in life. You can do it however you want to do it, but don't take that wrong road to throw everything you work hard for away. Don't let people try to get in your way and distract you from the bigger picture, what you got going on. Don't let them win. You win on your terms. You change for you. You love yourself. You want to better yourself for you. And never give up on yourself. Believe in yourself. If Jesus wakes you up every day, you blessed. When you open your eyes, you blessed. Be grateful. Because a lot of people don't have it all. Even me, I don't have it all. I'm living check by check, I'm going to tell you one of these things, right? I had a choice. Right? After my dad passed, I had 7,500. I had a choice. And I feel like I was tested. I had a choice to invest in my dream, and I had a choice to make sure my mama good. Cause I'm gonna tell you the backstory. Before we moved, mama was depending on somebody who lived in Georgia, was a pastor. And my mama put her part that's in the part of the house that we was in, right? My brother was doing him, he got what he wanted. So it was like me, you know what I'm saying? So I bought my mama a car. Bet the rest of my money I had a chance to, you know, get my two PCs, two monitors and stream and music, and still have more little left over. But that person lied to my mama. So when we got to the house, it wasn't like what she said, we're gonna have this, we're gonna have that in there already. So my mama had to buy more furniture, but so I had to, what I did? I put my dreams on hold, make sure my mama was good. And I would do that over and over. But I feel like I was on a test to see would I be selfish or would I do the right thing. And my mama knew, so before she died, she said I need to start doing what makes me happy. I need to start doing for me because I always was doing it for others. And I always used to put myself last. And man, I'm just not learning to put myself first. I learned to put myself first and not put myself last. I'm just not learning to love myself and motivate myself. I'm just not, just now. After I lost everything all over again, you know, I've been in the dark for so long. And I promised myself I won't never go back in there. I won't never want to kill myself again. I'm on this journey. I don't know how long I will be on this journey. But I just thank Jesus for never giving up on me. And I thank everyone who rocked with me as a person. Not when the Lord using me. Not when the Lord is using what I'm doing, I'm talking about when Lord got me as back to normal, human being, John. When I'm not under that spirit, under that anointing, So I appreciate everyone who really rocked with me as a person. Not just Dion MW, Bad John, Dion Britt, Just thank everyone. And just know, man, don't kill yourself. Don't give up on yourself. Always believe in yourself. Be proud of yourself each and every day. And keep going and never give up.